Let's begin with the travails of the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, which has taken a new turn. And Abuja High Court, sitting in Maitama, has ordered the Department of State Services, DSS, to release Emefiele from detention or charge him to court within 7 days. In the judgment delivered by Justice Amza Muazo, the court held that Emefiele's continued detention without trial amounts to a gross violation of his fundamental human rights. Jide, no matter how Emefiele might have heard and everything, is entitled to his fundamental human rights.
Yes.
Our security agencies, our people, EFCC and DSS, I don't know. Why is it that it is when they arrest you, they'll start with window shopping for evidence and everything against you? Because Emefiele has been arrested now for how many weeks? So why is he yet to be taken to court, charged formally to court?
Well, they are the ones who can explain why. Since I'm far away from them, I don't know why they kept him without trial, but it can be deliberate. If they see you as an enemy of the state.
But it can be given a kind of administrative bail based on self-recognition for him to be coming and attending the trial.
Ayo, if they want information from you, the longer they keep you, the more likely that your dam will break. And when your dam breaks, listen to me, you ask me a question. When your dam breaks, you are likely to provide much more information than they even needed. You start hearing that he has started singing. No one is saying that he should be kept there indefinitely. But you ask me why he's been there, and I'm telling you, I'm trying to explain the tricks that they use.
Okay.
There are some of them like Showore, for example, 90 days. They are permitted by law to keep him.
I know of an arrangement. They will go to court.
When they would not release him after 90 days, the judge said, look, you can't continue to ask for extension when I can see no sign that you are ready to put, to put this guy on trial and all that. So in the end, the judge said, no, I will no longer extend this thing. So these things happen, especially with the DSS, EFCC, and the rest of them. Nigeria needs a lot of information from Emefiele. That is a fact. A lot of terrible things happened in the last administration. And for me, there can't be closure to all of those issues. People need to be made to answer for their crimes against their state. Who has investigated, for example, how much we spent on the printing of the most useless Naira notes in Nigerian history? Just get one of those Naira notes. Just take a drop of water, drop it on it.
It's almost
today I can tell you that when you need new notes, they are even is the old notes that they are printing as new notes. Ask anybody in the banks. If you have an O1B now, you need new notes, and you go to the bank to request for new notes, your friends in the bank will still give you new notes of the old currency. So how many units of our Naira notes did he print?
I think they discontinued printing.
He didn't print enough. He continued to lie to his country. And he continued to lie against the banks that they were holding money. Now, today, the court said put both sets of currencies in circulation. How come we hardly see the other one? If you go to
out of every 100,000, you might just see 1,000 or 2,000.
Yes, that's what is to tell you that they didn't print enough, and they continue to lie that they had enough. So that's the kind of man that we had to deal with, leading to deaths of people, leading to destruction of banks. Look at what happened in Shagam. They stripped the Access Bank there.
Till tomorrow, I don't think they have
everything that they had in that bank, including submersible water pump.
Yes.
You know?
They will suffer for it, those ones.
I know that when Those things happen when there's breakdown of law and order.
Yes, lawlessness.
People felt that they needed to protest to show their anger. And I believe that even Nigerians, when you compare us even to the French, a lot of things that people don't protest about in Nigeria, try it with the French people. Try it with the French people. In some places, bread prices will go up. It will lead to revolution.
Or South Africans.
It will lead to
unions in South Africa.
No, that's the headquarters of unionism, labor unionism.
Oh.
What they do to do we even have labor ordinance and all that in our country? Try some of those things in South Africa now. Casualizing people anyhow, and they must not talk. The other day when casual workers protested in a shop right here, they sent policemen to be beating them, chasing them away. Nobody can try it in South Africa. I was in South Africa in 2006 when the same grocery chain that is here in our country, the workers went on strike. They had to beg them. They gave them what they wanted, and they came back. In Nigeria, they protested. They brought policemen to beat people up. That is what happens in our country.
CBN, you're a lawyer.
Well,
No matter how Emefiele would have overreached himself.
why we have the law is to protect both the rich, the poor, the powerful, the less powerful, irrespective. The law is very, very
Good and
clear.
the bad.
The good and the bad. The law is very clear. The Constitution of Nigeria, 1999 Constitution of Nigeria, as amended, is very, very clear on the fundamental rights of every Nigerian, irrespective. Now, the issues has gone beyond just DSS and Emefiele. It is about the law. And the Constitution of Nigeria said that if you are arrested, within 24 hours and 48 hours, you must be put on trial. That is what the law, that has not been changed. If they need to detain you further more than that, you have to go to the court and get the permission of the court to be able to do it. And that is what has happened in this case. Now, the issue of Emefiele, initially when he was arrested, he was taken to court. And the court granted the right, DSS, to hold on to impending certain ground. He was given a particular time frame. Now, it is also in the wisdom of the court to say, now, you have detained this man for too long. It is either you bring him in and start your case with him, or you release him. And I totally agree with what you started, where you said. The problem we have in Nigeria is that most often than not, we arrest people and start looking for, and start investigating. You understand what I mean? You arrest them and start. It is not today that the DSS have been looking for Emefiele. Don't forget what's happened in the past. In a few months, in fact, right through the period of the new Naira notes and the rest of them, there was a time that DSS wanted to arrest Emefiele. You remember what happened when he came in?
The judge did not.
And the judge did not.
Yes.
So it is not today. Let me tell you, let me shock you. The DSS have a file on every individual, especially if you are politically exposed, which is why currently the ministers that are coming in, the presidency have sent their file names to the DSS to be investigated. The EFCC and the other agencies will investigate them and see. And AY, until you have problem with DSS, that is when you know that you think that people don't know you, that they don't know you. The day they bring out your file and you see how big it is, you'll be shocked. Now, it is not only Emefiele we are talking of Emefiele today. Let us also talk about the EFCC chairman. The same thing is happening. Whether we like it or not, we are a country governed by law, and we must see to
power.
That power. We must be seen. Any day that we go do anything contrarily, that will only bring lawlessness and anarchy. It may be Emefiele today. It may be, what's his name, the EFCC chairman tomorrow. We don't know who is next. So I will urge the EFCC, the DSS, if you have finished your investigation, go for trial. If you are not finished your investigation, go back to court and ask for more time. But if you're not able to do that, then as the court says, then they must be released.
Finally on this, immediately they arrest them, they fall sick, and you see them on camera, you won't identify them again, you are not to, and they tell their lawyers that, they have a lot of underlying illness and everything, and it's so common with our big men in Nigeria.
Yes. It makes me happy when sometimes I see them go through what the ordinary people go through. When they lose their freedom, they start behaving like they've been decapitated.
Also,
You
I
want
saw
to
him
lose
on
your
native.
freedom for a short while. They don't want to lose their freedom at all. And in any case, you see people walking around, a lot of them are not healthy. You can't determine a healthy man by his weight or by mere looking at him. No, many of them have underlying illness. So what is right is let the the DSS come up with a proper charge against him. If it's terrorism, let us know. Don't keep him there in perpetuity, because it's against the law. So that's that.
All right.